Good evening, Fitzrovians. My name's Simon. I'd like to tell you more than that, but they just passed that new data privacy law, didn't they? GDPR or LGBT, whatever it was. So unfortunately my hands are tied. And I blame big tech for that new privacy law. You know, Google, Facebook, Twitter. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't need that law in the first place, would we? But they're doing all sorts of weird shit with our data. Even they don't know what they're capable of anymore. And it's kind of scary how fast it's developed, right? It's not very long ago that the cutting edge of modern technology was the BBC iPlayer. And, you know, you start to explain it to your grandma, but you couldn't rig an election with it, do you know what I mean? And look what modern technology's brought us in the last 2 years. Donald Trump, Brexit, people frightening their cats with cucumbers. Somebody had to legislate. And when you look at those big tech giants, you know, they've really lost our confidence now. I think there's 3 issues they need to address in order to get it back. The first issue is, they're not really like us, right? They're living in a bubble, a divorced from reality. I spent some time in Silicon Valley recently. Sat-nav was broken, it's a long story. It's a really weird place. It's very weird. It was like spending time with the British royal family, right? You meet an awful lot of very wealthy people, most of whom are there through birthright and privilege. And if you look really hard, you might find one black woman. So they're not really like us, is what I'm saying. The second thing that I think they need to address is that their reach exceeds their grasp. And what I mean by this is, you know, they've got all these cool ideas for these like awesome futuristic technologies like self-driving cars. But on the available evidence, it seems that they can't solve the much simpler technical problems facing them today. And an example of this would be Amazon recommendations. Now, 5 years ago, I bought a new lawnmower on Amazon. And now, every time I go on Amazon, they recommend that I buy another identical lawnmower. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do with 2 identical lawnmowers. Right? Maybe invite a friend round for a lawnmower party, you know, or saddle them up like in a western, right? Ride them across this garden like a pair of wild Mustangs. I don't know. And it's got even worse because they've got this subscribe and save feature now, and they're recommending that I subscribe to the lawnmower and get a new one every month. And that's definitely not a problem that they needed to solve. I've never been sat at the breakfast table and had my wife walk in with a pained expression on her face saying, Simon, we're nearly out of lawnmower. It's all right, it's the end of the month. Amazon have got this. So, you know, maybe solve those problems first, right? Then worry about the self-driving cars. That's all I'm saying. And the third problem that I think Silicon Valley need to address urgently is the hubris, the sheer arrogance of some of the people who work there. And a perfect example of this is Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk, that sounds like a cheap aftershave for wankers. But it's actually a person. It's the guy who runs Tesla. It's the guy who runs Tesla, the electric car company. And Elon Musk was in the news a little while ago when those 12 kids were trapped in that cave in Thailand. There were divers on the scene trying to get them out. Elon Musk tweeted to say, don't worry, I've got this. I'm simply going to invent, build and ship to Thailand a tiny submarine, the likes of which has never been seen before, that will swim up the cave, find all the kids, rescue them and bring them out to safety. Solid. And when one of the divers on the scene had the temerity to suggest that this might not be, you know, a completely solid idea, Elon Musk, in a fit of pique, replied to him publicly on Twitter, accusing him, for no grounds whatsoever, of being a paedophile. And I just don't think I want somebody with such a fragile ego and such, you know, poor impulse control to be solving problems like self-driving cars. You know, imagine what those cars are going to drive like. There was one good idea though in what Elon Musk said, not about the submarines, but about the paedophiles. Right. So imagine if in times of crisis a government could mobilise its local paedophile community. Hear me out. What if the Thai government had rounded up a few dozen paedophiles, taken them to those caves, right? They wouldn't have needed all that expensive equipment, definitely wouldn't have needed to invent a new submarine. They could literally just point at the mouth of the cave and gone, 12 kiddies in there. The paedophiles would have found them. They're tenacious. Listen, I'd love to tell you more, but I'm strictly a 1 paedophile joke per evening. My name's Simon Whitaker, you've been a lovely audience. Thank you very much.